Finally, it is that time. Once again, middle of August. 2 weeks out, it is that time again. Premier League is back. I'm hyped. Everyone's fucking hyped. Boys, get ready. Since we're in good spirits, I have decided to do another one of these tier maker videos. The last one, I really thoroughly let's just put that, I really enjoyed doing it. It was so fun to do, and I just love the controversial videos because everyone has their own opinion and everything. And like I said in the last video, my NBA knowledge is pretty basic. Like it's above, like, you know, it's all right, but nonetheless I am in my element. We are doing the Premier League's, oh yes, here we go, the Premier League's best defenders, from star players to A to B to C to D. So obviously S being the best and D being the worst, but nonetheless we're going to give it our best shot anyway. But let's just go. Alright, first one, my main man, Antonio Rudiger. So obviously in a bit of rehab at the moment with his leg or his knee, I can't remember what it is. Obviously the knee is a part of the leg, good one. But yes, I'm really excited to see Rudiger come back into the team. He is definitely really instrumental in the way that Chelsea play at the moment. He's definitely Chelsea's best centre-back, but by all means he isn't probably world-class as of yet. Now, that's coming from me, a Chelsea supporter, because I'm not going to be biased in these videos. Obviously, I'm going to know a little bit more about the Chelsea players than any other player pretty much, you know, on the list. But I feel like Rudiger, he is going to become world class. I can just see it. He's still quite young. I can see him being a future captain, you know, past the Azpi era. So I can't see Azpi being captain for more than a few more seasons. But who knows? Changes could come out of the blue. But Rudiger, he's definitely our best defender. We need him to be at his best this season to at least achieve top 4, because that is going to be a hard task, and I don't want Frank Lampard to get the fucking boot. But let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the next one is Michael Keane. I don't really rate him at all, to be honest with you. Everton are always leaky at the back, and I feel like Michael Keane, he's alright. Like, he can have some really good games, but he can have some really bad games. There's really no in between with him. If Everton had better players across the whole back line, I think they would do alright. Like, Luka Dean is pretty much the only better defender in the team, but he's more of an advanced defender anyway, so I classify him as a left wing back or a left mid. Like, the guy's a baller, but as a centre back, Michael Keane, like, he's big and strong and all. He's really good on the ball, but he's not that great. I can't see him being better than Rudiger, and you know, Rudiger at a B level is still quite a little bit shaky. Right, the next one we've got on the list is Shah. Now, Shah had a fucking sick season for Newcastle last season out, and if you played FIFA, man, the guy racked up quite a good amount of informs, and by God, was that card actually fucking OP. But I think Fabian Shah, I reckon he could go elsewhere past Newcastle. And honestly, Newcastle actually might be a threat this year if they keep signing some good players. Like, I've already signed Joelinton now, which is a fucking awesome signing, and especially for the future. I think, to be honest, I can see Joelinton having a sick season this year and then probably getting sold off in a couple of years. But we're not talking about strikers. We'll go into that in maybe another video. But Fabian Shah, he's a fantastic centre-back. He's great on the ball as well, like Michael Keane, but he's better. Like, he's probably a little bit slower than Michael Keane, but I feel like his presence in the back line, and especially because Newcastle play more of a defensive game, I'm not sure how it's going to go this year since Benitez left, but you know, Newcastle love to sit back, love to invite pressure in, and therefore Shah was one of the main men with Lascelles in there. So to be fair, Shah is a fantastic centre-back. Next one we've got on the list is Nathan Ake, one player Chelsea should not have sold at all. I would love him in the team at the moment. I would love to see a partnership between Kurt Zouma and Nathan Ake, but Nathan Ake is a brute. He's still so young, obviously a Chelsea Academy player. I got to see, you know, quite a bit of him, I got to see quite a bit of him when he was growing up in that academy, and I'm still very pissed off that Chelsea did let him go. I don't know if Chelsea are going to buy that clause on him at the moment. If anything, it's probably expired by now anyway, but man, the guy is a beast. He's fast, he's strong, and by God, is he an aerial threat. The guy is an absolute beast, like especially in set pieces and corners like that. So Nathan Ake, he's definitely taking the Premier League by storm. I think each year he's going to improve. I can see him breaking the Dutch national team. I would also like to see him and Virgil van Dijk as a centre-back partnership. By God, would that be quick. But yeah, Nathan Ake, absolute baller. Next one we got on the list, I think it's Jack O'Connell here. I think. Obviously, Sheffield United, welcome back to the Premier League. It's been a long time coming, but unfortunately I didn't pay much attention to the Championship last season other than Derby County because the old mate Frank. But I think it's fair to say for me putting a Sheffield United defender in the D category. Unfortunately, I can't put you in the Premier League category as you have not, or I don't know actually, I don't really know. If you play in the Premier League, I strongly am sorry. But yeah, at the moment, obviously the Premier League is a much harder league than the Championship. I know the Championship is a really hard, you know, real physical league, but since I haven't seen you play and I can't really make a final analysis on you, I just have to leave you there. I'm sorry for any Sheffield United supporters. The next one we got on the list is James Tarkowski. Damn, the boy is a beast. I feel this is the hard thing here. I'm in between here with James Tarkowski. I feel like he's a quality centre back. I feel like any team would benefit from him being in their team. It's really hard to put. I'm struggling hard. Fuck it, we're doing it. We're going to put him in the A category. Like I said before, I think if he is put in a different team, say a United, a Chelsea, a City, a Liverpool, an Arsenal, one of the top teams, and I really think they would benefit a lot. I think Chelsea would benefit probably really well. I think United would benefit the best out of probably the top 5, top 6 teams. I really believe that if Man United actually don't get Harry Maguire, I think Tarkowski would actually be a solid hit. I think he's one of the best Premier League centre-backs. It's really hard to gauge on where he is, but I sort of rate him higher than Rudiger. I cannot believe I've actually just done that. Yeah, I genuinely believe Tarkowski is actually a brute force in this. Like, he's just so good. I know it's just a genuine thought, but like, to be a really, really good centre-back, you need to be strong, you need to be fast, you need to pass well, and you need to have that composure. And I feel like Tarkowski's got it all, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to leave him there. Next one we got is Victor Lindelof. I actually love Victor Lindelof, and there's pros and cons about him. He's on and off. He's is he injury prone? He's 50-50. Like, he does get injured quite a bit, so he can't stay consistently out on the field. He is really, really quick for a defender, which is fantastic. And he's also a great passer on the ball, but defending wise, I feel like his defensive awareness lacks a little bit. And I feel like that's where United sort of struggle a lot. I don't know if I'm going to get smashed in the comment section below about this, but I feel like Victor Lindelof's problem is obviously staying back on defense, and obviously, I just feel like Lindelof sort of goes into his own land a bit and like sort of waddles off like David Luiz does, like just completely, like, he's just not in the zone for the 90 minutes. So I feel like if Lindelof could actually stay focused for the whole 90 minutes, I would definitely put him in the A category, but at the moment I'm keeping him at the B level. Issa Diop. This one is actually really hard because West Ham are also like Everton. They do struggle a lot on defense and they do concede a lot of goals, but then I feel like when I saw the price tag of 50 million, I was like, fuck, is Diop actually that good? And honestly, I know he's young, and I know the French have got such a good, upbringing with defenders these days, but I can't rate him higher than the 4 above him. I know that's probably going to be a little bit disrespectful, I feel, a little bit, but I don't rate Issa Diop that highly. I feel like he needs, like last season, don't get me wrong, had a decent season for West Ham, but the thing is though, if you don't get clean sheets, then you struggle on defense. And I know it's not up to one player. I know there's either 5 or 3 or 4. And I know I think he was one of 4. I think West Ham played 4 at the back last year. But I just don't rate him as high as the people above him at the moment. That's where I'm just trying to I'm trying to make that level. The jump, that jump is fucking hard, alright? So leave me alone. I know he's worth a lot of money, and I know probably at a better club, he would probably relish a lot better, but that's where I'm leaving him at the moment. Mamadou Sakho, I feel like he is pretty much level with Issa Diop. Now, Mamadou Sakho, I feel, is actually a really, really good defender, but once again, I feel like he's a little bit like Lindelof. His focus isn't always there. I think he's awesome, okay? If he was still at Liverpool, I feel like he would probably be one of, I think him and Van Dijk would be a sick partnership. Why am I saying everything with Van Dijk? Fuck me. But I just feel like Mamadou Sakho, I really do like him. I know he did play, oh, see, now I'm struggling because I know he played for France last season. No, he plays for Crystal Palace. Come on. No, I can't see him being higher than that unless we can. No, we're going to leave him there, guys. I'm sorry. Now, the next one on the list is James Chester, I believe, and he's another player that I'm actually not really sure of. Did he actually play for Hull? Yeah, he did play for Hull. He played for Hull for fucking almost 5 years. He played 156 games for Hull. I thought I knew who he was. Played for West Brom for a season and then has played 119 games for Aston Villa since 2006. Played 35 games for Wales. Oh, he was in the United Academy. Fuck, the more you know. God, the guy's been in quite a few different teams below the Premier League, but I think Hull were in the Premier League in 2011 or 2015, surely. Scored 7 goals. Bit of an aerial threat, but unfortunately I actually cannot remember you very much, unfortunately. Keen to see what Aston Villa got this year. I think he might learn a lot of JT this year, which would be really, really cool, but it's the same with O'Connell. I think his name is O'Connell. I've forgotten his name already, but yeah, I feel like I can't rate any newish players that are joining into the Premier League that haven't sort of been there before, sorry. Next one we got on the list is Toby Alderweireld, and I think he is a star centre-back, an absolute star centre-back, man. How is his buyout clause right now like 25 or 30 million is beyond me, and like United or Barcelona or Madrid or, you know, like with Juventus or someone didn't buy it out. It is beyond me. Alderweireld is definitely one of the best centre-backs that Spurs have ever had. Man is so consistent. The boy is a brute force at the back line. Like, what bad can you say about him? Like, the guy is a beast. Like, anyway, there's our first star player. Finally, gosh. Shokran Mustafi is our next one. You are terrible. Sorry, but I honestly thought he was actually decent originally. I think he played for Valencia, and he was actually quite decent in La Liga, but that's the thing. The people who support La Liga think it's such a good league, but it's fucking not. The Premier League is the hardest, and I know La Liga is still good, but man, defense is shit in La Liga. You wonder why Real Madrid and Barcelona score so many goals in a season. Their goal difference is just like, see you later. I'm sorry, man. Mustafi, I did rate you before you went to Arsenal, but at the moment, man, like, you made too many mistakes, and like, the people above you are just a league above you. I'm sorry. I think Arsenal have been in a crisis for a long time, and that probably doesn't help, but yeah, sorry Mustafi, I have to leave you there. The next one we got on this list is Lewis Dunk, and I was saying this to my brother the other day, Luke, that Lewis Dunk is actually a fucking beast. I genuinely believe that Lewis Dunk is an absolute baller, but I don't rate him higher than Rudiger. I don't know, guys, because Lewis Dunk, he's like, okay, he is an absolute beast from aerial threats, man. He will score you. I reckon he will at least score you 6 headers a season. Like, that's crazy. That's more than Morata scored for Chelsea. But, yeah, Lewis Dunk, he's a beast. He's so tall, he's so strong. I feel like if he does go for Leicester, what a player he will be at Leicester. But fucking, what was it, like £45 million for Lewis Dunk? Boy, oh boy, that is where the market is at the moment. Fucking hell. But Lewis Dunk, man, I strongly rate you, and yeah, I feel like maybe I've probably reevaluated this whole thing a bit differently, but I'm just trying to be unbiased. But Lewis Dunk is an absolute beast, so nonetheless, let's just move on. Alright, the next one, I had to search this one up. It's Grant Handley? Oh, I've got to check again. Grant Handley, okay. I said handily. I was pretty close. I believe he's the captain. I know that for sure. But yeah, it's once again, it's a promoted side. I really don't know too much about. It's a D category. I'm sorry. It's the way it has to be. I'm so sorry. Next one we got on the list is Christian Kabasele, and I believe the boy's young as well. He's really, really fast, but he's at Watford, man. Like Watford have got some nice kits, but defensively, man, you're shocking. And I think that's very fair to say, especially when you got Holibas as your left back, because the guy just does what he wants. He gets red carded, he goes up the pitch, he's a good set piece player. He's more of a midfielder to me, Holibas, but yeah, Christian Kabasele, I don't have too much to sort of put much on him, so yeah, we'll keep him at the C grade. Next one we got on the list is Willy Bolly, and he's another decent centre-back. And if it wasn't for Willy Bolly coming up strong, he's so tall too. But yeah, if it wasn't for Willy Bolly and his leadership skills last year, Wolves wouldn't have been in the position that they're in at the moment. And by God, Wolves are going to be an absolute force. If they get Diego Costa, fuck me, I'm going to be so scared. They're going to finish higher than Chelsea, far out, and Arsenal. They'll finish top 4. Oh, jeez. But yeah, Willy Bolly, what a freak. I can see him possibly getting a call up to the French national team for maybe some friendlies, which would be really, really cool. But absolute sick player, like dope has. And next one we got in the list is Vestergaard. Unfortunately, I don't rate him that much either. I believe he came from the... Oh God, I'm really putting my memory at some good use here. I think he came from the Bundesliga, I think, possibly. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, Southampton are shocking, and defensively, Vestergaard is way too slow for the Premier League. The Premier League is such a fast-paced game, counter-attacks, and Vestergaard did not impress me at all. I thought possibly he could have been a good signing, but I don't think the league is for him. But I'm here to be proven wrong. But yeah, sorry man, I've got to leave you in that category. Next one we got on the list is Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is an absolute force. United have to sign him because, like I was saying before, United are that one centre-back away from being, one of the best teams in England again. I feel like if they do get him, they are going to really, really challenge for the Premier League. Probably not this season, but probably maybe the next 2 seasons. But I feel like at the moment, Liverpool and Manchester City are runaway, leaders of the Premier League. Now I think they're just quite a few yards above everybody else, which fucking sucks, but that's just the way it is. They are just 2 really, really strong powerhouses in England. But Harry Maguire, we all saw him what he was like in the World Cup last year, and once he finds that form again, fuck me, god damn, he is an absolute brute force. So Harry Maguire, I know you can get fucking De Ligt for his price, but he is a good player though. I feel like De Ligt, it's just English players, man. English players are worth so much. But yeah, Harry Maguire, absolute talent. Right, we're going into the last 2 defenders here. Virgil van Dijk, man, he is the shittest player in... Who's to say that? Virgil van Dijk is clearly the best defender in the fucking world. Don't even at me. Seriously, if you think he's not the best defender, you are clearly delusional, and clearly you have an agenda against Liverpool. And myself, obviously, I don't really like Liverpool at all. I love a lot of their players, but I love the history of Liverpool. I love the fans. Well, some of the fans anyway. But just the whole atmosphere of Liverpool. But just as a club, I'm just a little bit iffy. But man, this team evolves around Virgil van Dijk. If you say Sergio Ramos is better than him, jump on your bike, Mike, off you go. Seriously, Virgil is easily the best defender in the whole world. Man, do I need to say it? Seriously, he's a Mr. Steal Your Girl. He would easily steal anyone's girl. He's so fast, he's so strong, he can pass the ball, he can header the ball, he can jump. What can't he do? He could probably ride a horse into fucking space. The man is a genius. Like seriously, people are probably saying that I am probably really, really biased with Van Dijk. But seriously, if you watch him, by God, this guy's a beast. I feel like the Euros could lead to Netherlands possibly winning it because of Van Dijk. Just saying. Easily the best defender in the world. Let's leave it there. Last one we got on the list is John Stones, and I feel John Stones is definitely one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League as well. Now, I seriously feel that since John Stones moved from Everton to Manchester City, he has become 3 times the better player than what he was. And obviously we all know he showed so much talent and he was such a prospect at Everton, and I feel like he went to the right club 100%. The guy is a beast, his footwork is amazing, his agility is great. He's pretty much Van Dijk, but just a B-Tech. Oh, not a B-Tech, but like just a little bit of a downgrade from Van Dijk. But he's definitely up there. His consistency at centre-back, I feel like how Guardiola manages his players is unreal, and I feel like he benefits from that, and same with Otamendi and all those guys. John Stones, he's an absolute tank, and I feel like he's just going to get better and better. So clearly, definitely one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. But anyways, guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed talking football. It's just one of my most favourite things to talk about, obviously. But yeah, if you don't agree with me with some of my picks, let me know in the comment section below. I love to just have a good chat and a little bit of a debate. I've tried not to be as biased as possible. That pretty much sums me up in a nutshell. To be honest, guys, I don't really like being biased at all. Like, seriously, guys, what Chelsea supporter puts Rudiger in the B grade? Like, that's just me. I'm just trying to be the best of my ability. I just cannot believe that I've put Tarkowski higher than Rudiger. But nonetheless, that is me up in a nutshell, guys. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. Please do subscribe, and I shall see you legends on the next video. Peace out.